In today's tutorial, we're going to learn how to make this Glassmorph effect in PowerPoint, whereas if we click, we get those numbers flying in. And if we look at the details of the slide, we also have a really custom background, we have a custom gradient, we have some noise on the ground. That is all pretty cool. So let's have a look at how we do this. All right, so we're starting from a blank slide. The first thing we want to do is we want to get that nice gradient on the slide. So I'm going to add my image of the gradient here. This is part of my gradient pack. I'll link it in the description below. And this has that really cool gradient effect with multicolors, but also if you zoom in, you also notice that you have that sort of grain effect on the slide. And I think that really adds for that really nice feel. Now you can always use it just with the regular background. So if I'll just minimize this, right click, format background, gradient fill, and here you can sort of set if you want like a darker tone and some more of a blue tone. That is also possible, so you can follow along if you want to have that. But I'm going to use that really nice gradient. I think that's going to make the slide just pop out that little bit more. By the way, this background is part of my gradient pack, which you can find via the link in the description below. It contains over 400 different backgrounds in all colors, shapes, sizes, with textures, things that you can't achieve in PowerPoint and that just take your slides from this level to this level in professionalism. All right, so the next thing we want to do is we want to add our text box. So I'm going to add a title, and here I'm going to say Future of Design. Now, of course, we want to make this white, and then we're going to increase it to, let's say, 75, maybe a bit more, and center it in the middle. Center it in the middle of a slide, and now I'm going to give it a nice font called Instrument Serif, and let's also put it in italic and maybe make it just that little bit larger. There we go. So this is the first thing we want to do. Now what I'm going to do for that Glassmorph effect is I'm going to export this. So I'm going to save this, File, Export, and then save it as a PNG and current slide only. And next I'm going to drag in the image. Now this might look a little bit backward because we now have that image with the text baked in. We can't really do anything with it, but we're going to, you have to trust me on this one for to get that really nice effect. So I'm going to put it on full screen. That is the image, that is. We're going to right click, Format Picture, Picture Corrections, and in the sharpness I'm going to reduce it all the way to -100. So we get that blurry effect. You see that is only on the image layer. All right, now we press Ctrl X to put it on the clipboard, and now we have that layer, so that text layer, and we have that image layer here, that gradient. What we're going to do now is we're going to select the background, go to Picture Fill or Texture Fill, and we're going to use Clipboard. And now we can see, if we drag these apart, we have that blurry image as background. So we can't select it anymore. What we're going to do is we're going to position that text back again, and we're going to position that layer in between again. So we have that nice effect. Now what we're going to do is we're going to Shapes, round the rectangle, and drag it here on the slide. I'm going to put it to both sides, and then hold the Control Shift to sort of shrink it down equally from the sides. Now this box looks nice, but what we want to have is a nice fill. So go for that fill. And then we're going to choose Slide Background Fill. And you see what's happening now? It's taking that background fill, which is that blurred layer behind it. Hey, real quick, if you're interested in learning about slide design, I also have an entire program that teaches you all the fundamentals you need to know about making impactful slides. So if you never want to make a bad slide again and really understand how to make PowerPoint slides work for you and really make an impact on your audience, have a look at the description and my slide design program. So now I'm going to do some more tweaking on that, put it on full screen, outline, and we're going for a gradient outline, 2 stops, one which is going to be white, and then the other one can indeed be that sort of purple bluish tone. So let's say we take that blue tone, and I'm going to put it on 0.75. So we have that nice tone. You know what, maybe I'm going to set that to purple. I think that will be our accent color for the slide. And now what we get is if we adjust that box, it will nicely adjust the selection. So if I do it like this, halfway through the design, it sort of creates that glass effect because we have that background set. So I think this one really looks nice, and that is what we want to achieve. Now let's add some text and some content on the slide. So I'm going to add a text box and type in 44 million, same font, Instrument Serif, make it white, make it large. And I'm going to add a little text box below, lorem ipsum, make it white. For the font, we're going to use Poppins. We're going to use, let's say, Poppins Light for this one, and then create a font equals lorem 1.2 between brackets. Press enter to sort of create a paragraph. We don't need that much, so I'm going to make it a little bit less, and I'm going to reduce the font size so it fits on the slide. Let's say we need about this portion. It's just a placeholder. And then I'm going to increase the font size a bit more for the subtitle, just align everything nicely so that it fits. And what I'm going to do then is I'm going to group it together, create a copy, and sort of drag them to create copies. Select all three, arrange, align. I'll distribute horizontally, group them together, align, and align to center. And I'm going to ungroup them again to sort of release that grouped part. Then we're going to overwrite the content. So let's say we have 72% and we have, let's say, 84K. So those things, if you want to highlight a certain part, that is possible. We can always just give that accent color to those parts to really make it pop or make it stand out. You can also do that to the large numbers if you want. That is up to you to decide. And then we can play around with the box if we want to have it larger, if we want to have it more in the middle. Well, we can just play around with those and create a really nice slide. Since we have those grouped, I'm going to select the 3 items, animations, and go for a float-in animation. Go to animation pane, effect options and timing. I'm going to do the first one on click and the other one with previous, but with a 0.2 delay and then a 0.4 delay on the other one. And now let's preview. And this is how you can make that really cool animated slide with that Glassmorph effect, that stunning noise gradient background in PowerPoint. Now, thanks a lot for watching. If you want to get those gradient backgrounds, I'll link them in the description below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.